They'll run for the first time with Antonio Gibson.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
At the 24-yard line.
Throwing, Jones. And he's got it. Got his man on the in route. Complete.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Now Jones. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's in. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on fourth down. They do go for it. Here's Allen. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Allen now on first down. Looking deep downfield. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. From the gun, it's Allen. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Allen eluding the pressure right. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown! DK Metcalf from 17 yards out. And the AFC takes it all the way down the field to score on their opening drive. Graham Gano on for the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 AFC.
Into the score. Visitors 7. Our home team.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
The last run got 6, now second and 4. Jackson. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath. Maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
Here's a quick throw complete to Galladay. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten to stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They give it off here to the tight end. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive is going pretty well. I could come right back at them.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did. Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Jackson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Aaron Donald, what a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. 1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Jackson from the shotgun. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position.
It's a gain of 18. That's good for AFC.
Here's Allen. And that is caught for an AFC touchdown. DK Metcalf with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the AFC adds on to their lead. Gano now to add the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Gano set to kick off.
Gano out to kick this one away.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The NFC takes over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah.
And that's caught inside the 30.
Greatest show on earth, baby.
And touchdown.
I think you can make a fair case for Tyreek Hill being the most explosive player in the NFL when he gets his hands on the football, and that was Exhibit A.
In this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The NFC takes over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The AFC offense set to take their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain.
Meanwhile, Allen's throw is taken in by Waddle.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Play action. Now it's Allen.
Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off.
And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Steps away to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. He'll get this one to Galladay. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. They go play action now. Jackson, they'll roll him out right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They go play action with Jackson. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Cook now off the read option. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson. That's caught right side by Anderson. So the pitch and catch good for 11. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Partney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
Rolling to his left. Touchdown! Dalvin Cook from 40 yards out. And the NFC just an extra point away from tying up this game. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. Offense for the AFC set to go now. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ballgame, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again. Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick. Thus, inaccurate, incomplete.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Play action. Allen. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to send this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Big hole up the middle. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Firing quickly is Allen. That's complete. And that is caught for an AFC touchdown. Jalen Waddle there to make the grab. And the AFC has taken the lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead is now 21-14. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. And, Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop. He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Jackson to throw. Oh, batted at the line and intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and an AFC touchdown. Gano for the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14.
Visitors 28, our home team 14. Graham Gano set to kick off.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
At their own 14-yard line.
The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now there's a quarterback rush coming, and he's taken down. Cameron Hayward able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Play action. Now Jackson. He'll buy some time right. Wide open receiver complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. It's a big play for the NFC. And going deep for Hill. And that's going to be caught. Touchdown NFC. Tyreek Hill. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the NFC able to draw a bit closer. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The AFC takes over at first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The AFC offense set to take their next drive. And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
On play action, Allen sliding out of the pocket. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And some room to run now. And all the way in for the touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, 75 yards. And the AFC strikes quickly there for 6. Gano the extra point, and the lead now up to 14.
Visitors 35, our home team 21.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. And with 25 seconds to go, we'll see how they want to play this. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Throwing deep for Galladay. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. It's a big play for the NFC.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. That might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on. Second and 10. Now it's Jackson. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
As a former defender, I can feel their sigh of relief after that one, because when he breaks out of the pocket and you face a mobile quarterback, he causes all kind of problems in your secondary. They were able to force that incompletion.
So now third and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson rolling to his right. He's going to fire one, corner of the end zone, and unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. So we have hit halftime of the Pro Bowl with the AFC leading the NFC. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the NFC to possess it first as we are back and underway for the third quarter. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
Jackson on first down. They complete it to Hill. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Anderson. Got the defense on their heels. 2 first downs in a row, and now a pickup of 8. Play action. It's Jackson. Throwing deep for Galladay. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
I do know that owners, when they watch their quarterbacks run with the football, they usually hold their breath because that's the franchise. But when you're getting that kind of a game, hard to argue against calling it.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll swing this complete out to Hill. 7 yards the pick up there.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Dancing to his left. Found his target. It's Anderson. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now the AFC going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. Hassan Reddick came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Now it's Jackson. And the pressure gets to him again. Call it a big loss of 10 there. And it's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
And it appears to me that someone's defensive coordinator is jockeying for a raise. A sack on 2nd and goal, a sack on 3rd and goal. Now brings up a decision on 4th down. Well, no surprise there. Extremely reliable during the regular season. Bailed his team out time and again. Knocks another one through, this time in the Pro Bowl.
The AFC takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense for the AFC set to go now. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this 3rd quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Try to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. Throwing is Allen on third. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
A gain of 19 yards. That's good for an AFC. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. That's taken in by Duvernay. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7.
To throw, it's Allen. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
The quarterback is sacked. A loss of 4 yards. It's third.
Allen.
Third and 10.
And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
On first down, Allen. He finds Watson. It's caught. Touchdown! Justin Watson, 35 yards. And the AFC is able to widen their advantage. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Visitors 42. Our home team 24. Graham Gano set to kick off.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Here's Jackson. Now he's flushed out left. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before. Takes it inside the 40.
It's a gain of 31 yards.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. They go play action with Jackson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll run with Cook. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Dalvin Cook, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the NFC able to cut into that lead. The NFC going to line up and go for 2 here. Jackson here is going to look to throw. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
The AFC takes over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The AFC offense set to take their next drive. And it's great to see the stars all out in one place, but in terms of football, what's really great to see is a very entertaining Pro Bowl as we are tied in the 4th quarter.
And how many of these guys thought going into this game, after a pretty easy week heading into it, that the pressure would ratchet up now and someone has to make a play, which means someone will have a play made against them and not have to live with that for the rest of the year.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. They give the Chubb out of the gun. Chubb will have the first down and much more. Shifts by him. And he will take this in for an AFC touchdown. Nick Chubb, about as dynamic a runner as the NFL has to offer. He put his talents on full display there. That was some kind of run.
And how about the situation that we're in right now? Because this is the 4th quarter. So you know there's some tired legs out there on defense and probably some tired minds as well trying to chase guys around for 4 quarters. But this is where conditioning, athleticism, that separates the good backs from the great backs, and that was an A-plus effort right there.
And his total distance traveled that time, according to Next Gen Stats, better than 120 yards, the entire length, including end zones of the football field and then some. The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Jackson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The numbers for the NFC on 3rd down, they've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They go play action now. Jackson under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Darius Leonard in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this one is incomplete. The NFC's decision to go for it does not pan out. And the AFC is going to get the football back in great field position. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And down inside the 15 he goes.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he will take this in for an AFC touchdown. Nick Chubb with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the AFC adds on to their lead. Gano the extra point, and the lead is now 24.
Visitors 56, our home team 32.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
NFC takes over 1st and 10.
Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The numbers for the NFC on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. So it's the NFC with the football as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, some strong running. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Being chased out, and he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Darius Leonard able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson, now a desperation throw deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 68 yards. And the NFC able to get a bit closer. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And he is going to get in for the 2. Although there is a flag on the field, but it looked like a defender jumped. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the AFC is going to cover this up, and that should do it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
After what they've faced during this game, where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, that has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Brings it in. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. Now the AFC going to use their final timeout of the half. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. So Allen's going to look to throw. And that is caught for an AFC touchdown. Mike Williams there to make the grab. And the AFC is able to widen their advantage.
Well, they certainly have the look of a team with something to prove, don't they? All week, as we prepared for this game, we kept reading about how they said they're going to play a full 60 minutes this week. Has nothing to do with their opponent. No disrespect intended.
but they wanted to be people of their word, playing this thing all the way out, trying to finish it strong.
And this one incomplete. And all that remains is 13 seconds. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. So they hit the ball before it went 10 yards. I know that's tough, but you got to stay disciplined.
It is difficult because you're so eager to go get the football. It's that type of a play, but you're exactly right. Have to have the discipline to let it go 10 first.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson, escaping the pressure right. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain. One last shot for Jackson. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have